EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion left, Bateman. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Being chased out left. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Once again, it's Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Flush to his right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Point it right. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And this one is right down the middle. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Don't worry. Hey, Alf, it's hot.
In motion left, Bateman. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
Real. Hey, alert! Hey!
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
King! Regular.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Henry out of the pistol. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. From the left hash, this from 46. Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? Because this feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
33.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Room here to run. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here now, 3rd down. Jackson to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th-quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Baker. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. Still going. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's second down. Throwing, Jackson to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. At the 44-yard line. Here's first down.
Run.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This is Shepard on the catch. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even. So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Run, run, run. Hey, alert 33. Done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Well, the defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this returnable for Sims. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well,
and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Run, run, run. Hurry, hurry. What's up?
Mayfield. A quick pass here to Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mayfield going to take it on a sneak. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry! Pistol.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get
themselves and got it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.